Hello, I'm Amy Alcorn, chef here at our Thermador showroom in Chicago. Today I'll be making some steamed halibut with roasted sumac tomatoes and finishing it with a lovely lemon herb salad. This dish is a terrific and easy weeknight meal, and with our larger oven capacity, it can easily be scaled up to 8 to 10 servings for a dinner party or a special occasion. I'll be using the convection roast cooking mode, plus added steam for part of the cooking time. I also take this opportunity to use our temperature probe to ensure that our fish is cooked perfectly. The Thermador Combi Steam Oven has long offered us steam and convection mode, in which a pre-programmed amount of steam is released into the oven cavity throughout cooking, yielding meats, vegetables, casseroles, and baked goods that are moist and tender within and brown and crispy without. With our most recently released Combi Steam Oven, we still have access to the steam and convection mode, but now we also have the ability to choose between steam and convection or the add steam function, which gives the cook more control over the amount of steam and the length of time that steam is added. I've already filled the water tank, and I'll choose convection roast and set the temperature to 375. First, we're going to get started on getting our vegetables ready. I'm going to put together a little marinade here for it and then add our vegetables. We'll pop them in the oven on convection roast. All right, so I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I've got a tablespoon of sherry wine vinegar. I've got a teaspoon of honey. Okay. And I've already measured out a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. To this, I'll stir that around for just a minute. I'm going to add 2 pints of sliced tomatoes. Some thinly sliced shallots, a half a cup. And about a teaspoon or 2 of minced garlic. Okay. I'll place the prepared dish on rack level 2 and cook until the shallots and garlic are soft and the tomatoes have given off their juices and started to brown. Set the timer for 18 minutes. Now it's time to prepare the halibut by brushing it lightly with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. If you can't find halibut at your local market, you can easily substitute cod or other mild white fish. Just be sure to get pieces that are about 1.5 to 2 inches thick and are roughly the same size so that everything cooks at the same rate. In order to eliminate any anxiety over whether the fish is properly cooked, we'll use the oven's 3-point temperature probe. The 3-point temperature probe will continuously take 3 separate readings of the internal temperature and alert us when the fish has reached the desired temperature. Taking 3 readings reduces the possibility of error, such as accidentally touching a bone or inserting the probe into the cavity of the chicken rather than into the meat. This is not an issue that we're concerned about with our fish today, but it comes in very handy when you're cooking a roast, a whole chicken, or a whole turkey. So, put a little suntan lotion on them. Nice sprinkle of salt and some freshly ground pepper. The rest of the seasoning will come from our roasting vegetables. All right, so our tomatoes are ready to go. We've used convection roast to do a really nice job of softening up our tomatoes, getting a little bit of browning and charring on the outside. Our shallots and garlic cooked nicely. Now I'm going to add a little bit of sumac, and I'm going to stir in some green manzanilla olives, a half a cup of those. Get all that nicely combined. And now I'm just going to make room for our halibut here in the center of the tray. So it's already ready to go. All I need to do is pick it up, slip it on here, there. And there we are. So we'll just stir this about, and it's ready to go back in the oven. This time we're going to add steam so that we can get that beautifully textured fish. Okay, I'll start by setting our target temperature to 125, and then we're going to add steam. Set it on medium and press go. So we'll just take a peek inside to see how perfectly cooked it is. And I'll go ahead and plate up one portion for you just so you can see one idea of how to do this once it's ready to go to the table. I'll start by putting some of the tomatoes and olives down on the plate. A little bit more. You'll just want to divide those evenly between each of the portions. And then take our piece of fish, set it right there on top, as well as some arugula microgreens that we'll just sprinkle all about. A small drizzle with some high quality finishing oil. And lastly, some coarse sea salt. And there you have it, a simple, elegant meal that you can share with your family, your friends, with very little effort involved. So today we prepared a delicious and healthy meal in a very short time. With the unique functionality of the Thermador Steam Oven, we've transformed what is essentially a simple peasant dish into a beautiful and elegant meal. We used convection roast to cook our vegetables until they were soft and deliciously brown. We then added steam to ensure that our fish is moist and tender. And we used a temperature probe so that there was no guesswork as to when the fish was ready. You may want to experiment with adding steam to some of your tried and true recipes at home, and watch carefully to see if some of your traditional family favorites can benefit from an injection of steam. Thanks for joining me.